I hear you
basic
know you
stuff.
play you do something with records or something. Oh no, you know what? See, here's the thing. DJs don't do shit with records anymore. It's upsetting.
That's not true. I gotta say this.
Man,
It's a
first of all, you look like you 20 something. You ain't seen a vinyl in ever, actually. You've never seen
I,
vinyl.
I will come back on here one day when I'm around the records, and I will show you the whole catalog. You'll be like, oh, okay.
Hey, show improved.
The background
You
will
want to
change.
impress
I'll
me.
be like this.
You're
There'll be records in the back.
going to have them all just all over the place on the floor, laying in them.
I
Do
mean,
you believe me now?
it has changed a little bit. Don't get me wrong. It's I probably use records 1% of the time, or maybe like 10%. But
Yeah,
it's just that music has evolved, you know. So it's like,
it
what's the point
has.
of carrying around a
I
hundred
mean,
records when I could?
music has evolved. Let's analyze that for a second. Now we're getting into the show. So we might as well. We're going to get word for Sergio. We're going to get into it. Furlough Friday. So this is something near and dear to my heart. We're going Furlough Friday 36, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wait for Sergio. He's going to come on and he's going to add some flavor. But while we got John here in the hot seat, we're just going to go for it. How
Oh
about
man,
that?
I'm nervous. Hold on, let me dry my hands off
Nah,
and
nah,
pull my
nah. It's
foot
all
off.
good. It's not good. A lover of music to another lover of music. It's all good. And
Okay,
of course, we have Love with us as our guest host today, which is awesome. We don't get to do
what?
that often. So
She's dope. She's dope.
slightly better looking than Tyler, slightly. And John, if
Oh,
you don't know, Tyler is a 6'4", potentially 5 white man with no hair and a creepy mustache.
I think I've seen
So,
him on the show before.
did you? Did you? I
Yeah,
appreciate you for watching the show, even though you're
of
probably forced
course.
to by love. Um, so
I
she's only slightly better looking
oh, poor
than
love.
that guy.
I feel bad for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too.
Do you? Do you really feel bad for her? Really?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. She's got
Oh my god.
a harem of men following her everywhere she goes. She'll be fine.
I,
That's true.
I'm not
That's
gonna
so
lie. I
true.
was forced to watch it in the beginning, but once I started watching it, I was like, I'm glad you did that. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
But we appreciate you for coming on, brother. Now let's get back to
Of
this
course.
music business.
Oh, all right. Here
Ooh,
we go.
Well, first, let's get the business out of the way. And so you work for a major airline. We don't have to name names, but what do you do for that airline?
I'm an aircraft mechanic for that airline. I started out on the ramp. I worked the ramp for not even a year. I think it was about 10 months, so almost a year. I was a ramp agent. Started out there, throwing bags and
Wow.
pushing
So
planes and all that other
now
fun
you're a
stuff.
mechanic?
Now I'm a mechanic. Yeah.
You like you got like brains and stuff, huh? Okay.
Well, yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. Just
No,
as long
hey
as you can
man,
read.
hey, I can read and I look inside of an engine and go, that's cool. That's there's a lot going on in there. You gotta
Yeah,
have an
it's.
engineering degree.
Oh, see, I don't have that, but as long as I can say as long as you can read, 'cause, there's a lot of people like, oh my gosh, you're an aircraft mechanic, like you must be a genius, and I'm like,
Yeah.
not really. You know,
That's
I'd
what I
like to
say
say
about myself.
mhm. Yeah, it's not that bad. As long as you can read, I tell people, and you have a basic understanding of mechanics and how things work,
Yeah.
you just got to break it down. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's certain stuff like that you do on there, and it's just like, they give you this big manual, and they sometimes they over direct you. It's like, hey, do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 through 100, and in reality, it's only 3 steps. So as long as, like I said, as long as you can read and you have the basic understandings,
Yeah.
anybody could get through
All right. So that's what you think. Okay. Well,
it.
I'm just flying, man. I don't, when it comes to my hat's off to, guys that maintain the planes because I tell you what, especially I was in the military for a while, for quite some time, and the ability for these guys to keep, man, we had a plane that was built in the 50s, late 50s, we'll say 60, 1960. And
It's a
for
long
them to
time
be able
ago.
to, yeah, for them to keep that in the air, like I'm flying it in there. I'm like, hey man, what when was the year this thing's built? And he looked over, man, it's a 60 model. Like 60 what?
Yeah, at that
60
point, I,
model.
I would have just told him, just tell me it's new. It takes the stress
Yeah,
off of.
yeah. Just lie to me. I mean, at this point. So yeah, my
Mhm.
hat's off to maintainers, guys in the ramp, dudes that are doing the job that they don't get all the glory that
We
pilots and
appreciate it.
air crew get, but and we don't really deserve it. Let's be honest.
I mean, Love's on here, and I don't want to get poked by
Uh,
her next time I
hey,
see her. So
I'll tell Love. You don't deserve it.
Speaking
I
for
mean, she
it's a
does a
perpetual,
love-hate
great job.
relationship.
perpetual IRO.
I know. Here, I
Always
haven't
in the
touched.
back seat.
See, she gets me back. Now, mind you, I probably haven't actually flown the plane, and
How long?
but man, so before this last weekend, it was so this last weekend I got up to speed.
Mhm.
They brought me back on and because of this whole COVID thing, right? And before then, I hadn't flown the plane in probably a year and a few months. Yeah, and I'm not the only one though. So I mean, that's happened industry wide. A lot of
Mhm.
guys are just
Where
sitting
you?
around waiting. Oh, so now you're climbing the ladder though. So you went from ramper, great job,
Mhm.
great starter job. You worked your
It
way up
is.
to
Yeah.
now maintenance, or
Mhm.
it's called. You got the title's tech ops or something like that, right?
Yeah, tech ops, aircraft maintenance.
Aircraft maintenance. Are you trying to build and go a little further with it? Are you going to stay there? What's the deal?
Realistically, I'm trying to become a pilot. I'm in the middle of, so
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. Don't
I,
misconstrue.
I
I'm not laughing
I
at you.
feel like it. I feel like
I
you
know.
just like
My apologies. I'm laughing at the industry and those that want to pursue this. Uh,
I get mixed feelings about it.
yeah, I
It's
mean, I do too, and I'm in it. I've been doing it for quite some time now. It's just like, man, would I tell other people to do this to themselves?
I feel like it's with every what's not industry, but like there's some mechanics that are just like, I
Yeah,
talk to the older mechanics, they're like, dude, don't do it. Like it's not worth it, blah blah. And I'm like, why not? And then they go
so
through their reasonings, but then I'll talk to the other half and they're like, dude, this is the greatest job ever. And I agree with that part. And I'll talk
yeah.
to certain pilots and they're like, the headache or whatever, it's not worth it. And I talk to the other ones and it's just like, dude, it's the greatest job ever. So
So
it's
here's
like,
the thing.
well,
Well, what's your? So I'd throw it back at you and say, well, what's your why? Like, what's the lifestyle that you're living now? And that's kind of the premise of this whole conversation is like, what's your lifestyle? What kind of lifestyle do you want to have? Do you see yourself living that lifestyle and enjoying it? Some people don't know. They're going kind of, and I was one of them. I went in going, I don't know what the hell's going on in this city. I was a military guy, right? Like I thought I
yeah.
wanted to do that the rest of my life, and then this opportunity comes up. I'm thinking, let me see what it's about, and that probably wasn't the smartest way to go, but
Yikes.
so what is your why? I guess that would be the
So my
conversation
why
to have.
is my mother, she's worked for the airline for since before I was born.
Oh,
So where she worked at, she'd always take me to her job and I'm sitting outside, I can't go inside. So I'm sitting there looking at the FedEx planes and I
that's
just
cool.
we always flew places. I'd be going somewhere every other weekend, like Love and her daughter. Um,
Yeah,
so it
that's
was it
cool.
was I was just fascinated by it, like these huge machines, you know, they're fast, it's I can't explain it. I words can't explain it. So originally it was like I want to fly, I want to fly, I want to fly. And I didn't grow up poor, but I didn't grow up rich. I was like, middle class, I guess you call it. So
Yeah,
it was just like when I saw the price of becoming what it costs to become a pilot, I was like, you know. So the want is still there, but I grew up with the mentality like I wouldn't say the mentality, but I guess I always wanted to understand how things work before I throw myself into it. So
sure.
eventually it turned into all right, cool, I want to fix the planes, and then once I fix them, I want to fly them. So I don't know. I've always just loved flying.
There's
I
that
always found
magic.
it fascinating.
There's that
Yeah.
magic, man. And if you can rely on that magic to get through the tough times, it is a great job. And that's what the thing. Sometimes I sit there in that seat and it's like, man, what am I doing? How did I get here?
Look
This
at all
is
these buttons.
literally magic. Yeah. Like these buttons, this flying, the takeoff, the landing, that's the part you love. So that's the part that all the pilots are talking about. Yeah, man, it's the greatest job in the world. It kind of is. Like, let's be honest.
Mm.
It's an
I
amazing
heard
job.
I heard it's until you get up there and you're just sitting down, just watching while the plane's on autopilot. I heard that's the time where it's just like, all right. That's what
Well,
I
I mean,
heard. I don't know
even
how
then,
true it is.
but I tell you what, I sit there and there's nothing like doing like a polar route where you're flying over the North Pole or whatever, and then you got the best seat in the house, and you see like one little light in the middle of nowhere. You're like, man, that's what the hell is going on down there? But then you look
Somebody
up,
lives there?
yeah, is that a fire? Like, how? And then you look up and you see every star you could possibly, and you're trying to pick out constellations, and you got this view that nobody else has. And that's when it becomes magic. That's that magic. And that allows you to, especially like me, I commute to work. That allows you to go through the commute.
I'm in California right now, so
Oh man. Oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
So it allows you to get through those times where the job portion of it isn't fun, right? That's not necessarily. I mean, it's fun kind of meeting people on the road, but sometimes, man, it gets tedious to say the least. Which is why we need that, side hustle. Which I hear you have something of a
The
side
music.
hustle.
Yeah,
We need to get back to this music thing, man, because
the records.
I don't appreciate you DJs nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, I
It's
love a DJ. I love my DJ.
of course. Got to keep the party pumping.
Yeah, but it's just different, man. My cousin growing up, his dad was a DJ, like an old school Twin Techniques, like the vinyl,
1200s.
a coffin. He had the coffin with the records, and
Yes.
my cousin would be helping him move things around, and I mean, he had them forever.
hmm
And dude was good, ill on the wax, just scratching. And nobody does that anymore. Like, what is it? Scratching? Why would you
See,
scratch your? How could you?
They do it with buttons. Like,
Oh man,
see,
no.
I'm not gonna call out any names, but I know people who have. There's a scratch button on certain controllers. I'm against that. Me personally, I don't like that. I'm 100% against it. But the DJs do still scratch. It's not on records, but they do still scratch.
Come on, man.
But
Really?
you gotta. Okay,
I
so
know.
here's my thing. So my uncle was a DJ, and he's the one that got me into this whole thing. And the records that I said were mine aren't mine. They're his, but he passed them down to me.
Oh, see, the
So
truth comes out.
so
See, I knew it.
I I didn't technically say they were all okay. I'm gonna stop digging myself in a hole. But either way, I grew up watching him DJ and carrying records, helped him carry speaker boxes, and so he
Yeah.
passed down the techniques and stuff to me. And like I said, music evolved. So we went from records to CDs to being
Yeah.
able to use records with your laptop. So I started out on techniques, but I would use it with my
Really?
laptop with something called yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
it was pretty cool. I'd go certain places to DJ, and I'd have my flight case, coffin, some people call it, and I'd be using it with my laptop, and people walk up to me and like, are these turntables? I'm like, yeah. They're like, dude, that's so
Why?
cool. I'm like, yeah, and I'm
Why?
using it with my
Yes.
laptop.
Yes, they are.
Yes, yes, they are. I'm a sort of kind of turntablist, you
That's the
know.
same voice. Incidentally, that's the same voice I use when people ask, "Are you a pilot?" Then your voice goes down a few octaves. You puff your chest up a little bit. You look for your hat to put it on because it's probably not on your head, and you say, "Why? Why? Yes, I am."
There you go. See, there you
Yeah,
go. It's the same thing. Us
it's the
mechanics,
same
we
thing.
don't get that to use that voice, because people are just like, oh, you're just mechanics. But as a
Well,
DJ, you
yeah. I tell you what, I bet your pilot doesn't say that. When he comes up to you, and say, "Are you our mechanic? Are you
mm,
maintenance?" That's when you can turn to the pilot like, "Well, yes, I am." And the pilot will be like, "Oh my God, thank God. I got to get out of here. I got a commute flight. Could you fix my plane or make it broken so I can get off the."
unless they're going international. I heard international pilots, they don't mind, you know, the delays or whatever, because it's
Oh,
like that's
yeah.
what
Yeah,
I
they're trying to
heard. I
get.
don't know how true it is,
They're,
but
they're trying to get paid. They're trying to get delayed, so they get paid. They're still going to do the trip, but then all this. It's a
mhm.
money. It's a money thing.
Domestic pilots are more like, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like it's like, whoa, bro, hold on. Can we figure out the
Really?
issue first? And all the time,
when I
domestic
see
pilots,
that, I'm rolling my eyes. I'm like, what now?
it's
Because a lot of times
it's true.
going on.
hmm
Oh man.
Places
Yeah.
to go. Like, what is going on?
it's worse when you have to fix something on the plane, like in the cabin, and the flight attendants are
Oh
sitting there
yeah.
looking at you like,
Oh god.
it's like, well, I
I,
feel the stress, I feel the tension.
really?
Can I get a wall put up?
I
Yeah,
my hand up on the seat. How can I help you? Like, what do you need?
yeah.
They always think they can
That's
help, right?
that's exactly. And you
It's
know, it's
you ever you know what you should do? Oh, this is horrible, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail. But when they say, "Is there anything you could do?" It's like, "Yeah, can you get me a Coke?"
No, we
now
always
you're trying to get me beat up. I'm good. I'm
right,
good.
right, because that's what he would
I'm
do.
kidding. I would, and I
I'm
get in
okay.
trouble
He
a
would
lot.
do.
I get in trouble a lot with the flight attendant. It's all in good fun. It's all in, you know.
Oh my
But,
god. No, it's
you talk.
it's funny because as a mechanic, you really get to deal with everyone. Like you get customer service who they're running down to you every 10 minutes. It's like
Oh
you
yeah.
tell them 30 minutes, it takes 30 minutes to possibly fix the issue. 10 minutes, they're every 10 minutes they're coming to you. Are you done? Then you get
Oh
the
man.
sometimes you get a cool pilot that's just like, hey, just take your time, or you get the ones that are just like they're over your shoulder. And then like the
Really?
flight attendants, some are cool. And then you have ops calling you on the radio every 5 minutes and it's like, trust me, I want to fix this. I want to go back into my own corner and
Yeah,
relax.
man. I've been
I'm
there, and I've
fixing this as
seen.
soon as possible.
Yeah, I've seen you guys hustle, and I just like, man. And then you're right. I've heard like they're calling you on your cell phone, calling you on the walkie. They're walking down. I'm like, man, would you let this dude fix the plane? Like, can you get out of his business?
It's just
So
like,
it is a lot.
man,
It is
Glad
a
you
lot.
shared that because not a lot of people get that side. They only get their side. You know,
mhm,
their
Well, yeah,
obligation.
that's most. I mean, that's
yeah,
most of us. We're so what's the term? I guess we're on our own little universe, right? We're
yeah,
so singularly focused on ourselves and what we need to do. We forget, the whole team concept. I mean, what's on average? There's how many people to get one plane off the ground? Like, how many people does it take? It's
200.
insane.
They said 200.
200. Yeah, it's like over 200 just to get one aircraft off. It involves that many people, and that's incredible to me. For us to think that, you know, our piece of the puzzle is the most important. I mean, as a pilot, of course, mine is, but
yeah.
there's there's other pieces of the puzzle.
And that's the thing people don't realize. Like the pilot flies the plane, the flight attendants are there, not just to serve drinks, but just in case of
Yeah,
emergency.
safety,
You have a
of course.
mechanic and you have the ramp. That's literally not even a piece of the puzzle. Like that's just who you see.
Ah, that's
Behind, there's people planning, oh, this flight has to go here. There's people planning fuel. There's
yeah.
people planning. It's just so much to it. And I'm not gonna lie, until you said that a while ago, you just reminded me, like, yeah, it's not just us. And
So, do you think like that kind of the job the job that you have, that stress level? Now that we're going through this thing, and I know it most of it is temporary, but there's going to be some lasting effects to this whole thing that we're going through. People getting furloughed and whatever, this that high stress. So now that you're not doing that anymore, like how do you deal with those energies? Like for some people, it's tough to come down from that, right? Are
as like
you didn't get furloughed, right? Or you are?
I got furloughed October 1st, and
Oh
then they
wow.
extended the PSP. What is it, 3 or 4? I forgot what number we're on now.
Yeah.
And I came back January 28th, and then technically I was still temporary until a lot of stuff opened up between people retiring and leaving early. So I just
Okay.
actually took a position up in Washington. So I'm transferring there, and now I'll be permanent. So the
Oh, very
stress
good.
level of being furloughed is gone, but it's still there because granted,
Yeah.
people are flying now, and I'm hoping people stay flying because it keeps a lot of us employed. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. And when I first started working with the airline, a lot of mechanics specifically was just like, dude, you're gonna go through at least 2 furloughs. I know some guys that went through 3 of them, and sure enough, not even a year into tech ops, literally, I got furloughed. Yeah, I got furloughed. Yeah, I got furloughed a week after I hit 1 year in tech ops. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is different. And,
Right.
you go home and it's just like, all right, cool. I'm not going to work today. What am I doing? And then it's not even like it's our specific airline thing. It is a, oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
It's not even just our airline thing. It's like an aviation thing. So it's not just like, hey, you know, all right, this airline furloughed me. I'm just gonna go work for another one. And it
Yeah,
was more of a,
it's
and
tough to
you
do.
get exactly, and you get stuck between them knowing that you come from a major airline. So a lot of places are iffy about hiring you because they know that, you know, if you get a chance to go back to your major airline where you're planning to stay
Oh,
until you retire.
we got
Sergio.
another one. Oh, they
Mijo.
can't hear
Popping up.
us.
There you are. There you
Oh, there
are.
he is.
I called earlier, nobody answered.
Yeah,
Hello,
that's
hello.
probably me. I was so engulfed in John's conversation. He's giving some good
Somebody,
tidbits.
that's when you cut somebody off. Say, hey, hold on real quick. That's a sign you telling me to talk too much. Not that they're talking a lot. Just a lot. I got my daughter with me right
See.
now. So. What's going on? How you doing, guys?
Hey,
How you
how's it going,
doing?
brother?
Good, good,
Look
We're on
like
good.
the
he's
road.
out
Where are
exploring,
you?
having a good time.
Every day is a good time, man. I got my daughter with me
Nice.
today, so I got my rug right there, back there.
Oh,
Take her
wow.
to get ice cream.
She's on the phone doing big moves.
She's doing teenager stuff. I had to check my beer. Like, holy mackerel.
And he's gone.
Wait, did he
Oh
really
my
just
gosh,
leave?
where we at? There we are.
Nice.
Did you want the ice cream or let me have? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to. Sit down. Hold on real quick.
Are you on
What?
location?
Who?
Are you on
What happened?
location? What city are you in?
What? What video?
City.
What video?
City.
I don't know. I have no
City.
idea what you're talking about. Did you want ice cream? All right. I'm sorry.
Are you in a city?
I mean, y'all, you asked a video. I was like, okay, what? Not a video. I'm sorry about that.
That's how you know
Okay.
someone works in the aviation industry when you gotta ask them what city are they in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in Houston.
Oh, H-Town.
Holy
Okay.
mackerel. Oh, Lordy. Oh, gosh. Hot over here. Oh.
Yeah, well, you're moving, brother. I mean, it's hot. I agree. You're making me sweat. I'm just watching.
Making you sweat. Yeah, and it's nice
You're making me
outside
sweat,
here.
and I'm getting vertigo watching you move.
My bad, guys. My bad.
No, it's good.
Jeez, Louise.
see, everybody's outside. You and Love are missing out, man.
I
Who's out?
know. Like, I need to go out into my balcony or something.
Yeah,
It's
come
not as
on.
cool though. I don't have a cool background like you, brother. It's not
Right?
Cold and rainy here.
It's cold over there? Never been in the rain?
No.
No?
I don't do the rain, my hair. I mean, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah, it takes a lot of polish, that thing, bro.
it does. Like, you can't get it wet. You don't want to get water spots on it.
You want to you got bevels.
Hey, you don't want that. Come on. See my car? I mean, I'm in Florida. The salt, you know.
You're in Florida?
Yeah.
What part of
I'm
Florida?
heading back there tomorrow.
Orlando. And I hear our resident DJ over here is in Orlando, and I don't appreciate the fact that I don't know your venues and where you're DJing. But we're gonna get that. We're gonna fix that.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get you in the show notes, and I'm gonna find out where you're at and rock with a little bit.
You can catch,
I think
catch him at, you probably catch him at Frozen every other weekend, huh? Disneyland.
Disney is not my area. I don't like all the traffic that's over there.
Hey, that's not your portal. That's not your portal.
I'm good. I'm good.
No, not your thing, huh?
Right.
Nah.
So let me guess, Sergio. Let me guess, you're a flight attendant.
I used to be a flight attendant. Now I'm on the ground on GS. I'm a global service representative for the airlines, for an airline. So yeah.
So global service is what is that? What does that mean?
That's an agent. So you have your regular agents, then I'm on top of them agents. I tell them what to do.
Not physically on top. You pause or something.
True that. True that. Hey, but hey,
so I'm just trying to. For the listeners, I just want to make sure we're doing the right thing.
Make it clear, you know.
Make it clear.
Clarity.
It's not an it's not an overnighter.
Hey, first of all, I don't appreciate you put my business out there.
Hold on, no,
and letting everybody
I'm
know.
I'm saying in general.
Oh.
No, not you itself. You know.
Well, thank you. Because
much obliged, us.
well, yeah. put me out
Oh
there. I
my
don't.
gosh.
Nah, no sir. Couldn't have it.
Don't throw it under the bus.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that, I guess.
Too late now.
Global service. So you deal with like all the global flights or something? Is that
No, it's only
international?
I would deal with the VIPs, the dignitaries, movie stars, rich and famous people. That's who I deal with.
Really?
Exactly right. It's called we call them NWP.
I have a
Newsworthy
question.
passengers. Yes, sir.
So are you the one that drives the car, the Mercedes around, or?
No. I don't drive that. I have a driver who drives me around. I drive the golf course. Yeah, I'm the one who takes your ankles out. That's what I do.
Hey, that's actually almost happened before, so that hit home a little bit.
Hey, hold on. First and foremost, we're gonna use the word almost. Almost is like in horseshoes. We're not playing horseshoes. Either happened or didn't happen.
Okay,
These are
so
hand grenades,
All right.
baby.
You know, hey, just because you feel the breeze doesn't mean it got you. It means it got you.
so I'll just let it slide. Then it never happened. You know, it just okay. I got you.
That's
So yeah, so that's what I do. So
well, that's. I think I've dealt with a few of you guys and gals in the past.
So that's exactly what it is. It's pretty cool. It's fun for what it is. You meet a lot of people that way. You meet, like I said, you meet all kinds of people, and it's like it is what it is. You know.
Do you get a position like that because you were the best flight attendant, or you?
Oh no,
management thing, or what is that?
No.
Something like that.
It took me about 2 years and some change. It's called kiss and butt. I did a lot of kiss and butt to get that position, so I got there. I'm gonna sugarcoat that
dude,
one,
man. I love when you're honest.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say at least he's being honest. It's not like, oh
Hey.
yeah, you know, I was an awesome employee. You know,
No, but I
truth.
do get.
I like it.
It's like as former flight attendant, you get either an orchid letter or an onion letter, and I get a lot of orchid letters. So.
Yo, nice. I thought he was gonna say, you know, I studied hard, I buckled down, I
Oh no.
It has
nothing
I was
with my
expecting that too.
This has nothing to do with my degree, nothing whatsoever. I'm totally opposite.
No, I just kissed a lot of ass, and that's how I got here. No, that's cool though. I guess so. Is there something after that? Like, where do you go from there? Is there a?
So there's a lot of movement in where I'm at. So how do you get there when you get when they interview you and they get the job? So you're on training for a month. And after the month, then they send you to Orlando and you get training over there from Mickey Mouse himself.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Well, you got for
That's actually
obvious
pretty
reasons.
cool. Yeah.
Obvious reasons.
Oh yeah.
So you were nowhere near in fear of getting furloughed or anything like that. You were pretty safe.
So in our department, well, I was reduced schedule, which meant I was doing my 80 and my 40 every week. But then with my reduced schedule, when all this happened, as of May, we went down to 25%. So what happened was I was on call. So we had to bid again. So we bid. So my line was Monday to Friday. Monday to Thursday from 7:30 to 5 was a 10-hour shift. But I was working out of home, but I was only getting paid 25% of that.
Oh,
so
wow.
so my 40 hours, I only get paid 10 hours.
Ooh.
For how
That's what happened.
For how long?
Mine was 6 months. Was it May, June, July? Yeah, 6 months. October 1st is they brought me back to full time.
Wow.
Did you from the government? Did you get pandemic?
No, I didn't. I didn't qualify because my other job, my other business.
What other business do you have?
Oh, someone else with a side hustle. Man, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting an air crew member. But
hey, that corner's taken. Y'all can't take that. What's a high dollar corner there?
The block is hot. Wow.
No, we do import and exports.
Oh,
my family does.
Do you? Oh,
yeah. So exactly what it is. So we do it. So that money comes from the money I make there. It's registered through the government, the U.S. government, because it's income from another country. Like I don't export nothing. I import a lot of we import a lot of Mexican furniture and whatever people want. We bring it.
The backup plan. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking to furnish a home, so maybe I should talk to you offline.
Sure.
Stuff.
We got everything, man. You name it, we got it.
I don't want no cheap stuff. I want some authentic, well-made, I don't want
Yeah.
it to be made in China and just pumped through Mexico, then come up here.
He,
Oh
he
no,
wants
no, no,
Windermere quality.
no. The stuff that we get is from it's a place called Tlaquepaque in Guadalajara. So it's where
Oh,
well,
okay.
I was born in Guadalajara. So yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, try to pronounce that 10 times fast.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm all right.
Oh, you might impress somebody. I don't know. Might be impressed. I don't know.
There's no
Wow,
That's
wow.
cool, man. So this thing
Walla.
affected you a little
That's
bit. This thing affected
affected
quite
a
a bit,
lot of my
actually.
coworkers. It affected a lot of my coworkers. A lot of them. A lot. I mean, like
Yeah.
we had a lot of coworkers like literally lose their homes. They just couldn't make it. They were not
Really?
making it. Yeah, a lot of people
And
like
that, that's kind of the premise of this whole thing. We talk about how this thing's affected us and if we've been affected and how we can help each other, within the industry and within where we work to help each other out and just kind of get stuff off your chest and let people know that, you're not alone type of thing.
yeah. No one's alone in this pandemic for what it is,
Yeah, that's deep, man. Wow. Lost their homes. And it's those things that not a lot of people think about because you think of this industry and this lifestyle as being one kind of illustrious. It's kind of, I mean, like you said, you meet, movie stars, you meet important people. And then
you meet all kinds of creatures from all over the world, all corners of the world, and each one is different. No one's the same. There's passengers that come in off the street and upset and mad that something happened outside, and we're the first defense they're going to see to make them happy. Either you're going to change their attitude or you're going to increase the ugliness in them. Most of the time, if you're good at what you do, then you'll change the attitude for them. So,
wow, that's a very good point. And you know what? And that helps everybody. That helps the pilots, helps the flight attendants. It helps
exactly
the gate agents on the other side.
It's a trickle effect. It's always a chain command things from the beginning to the end. I mean, if you have a rough landing, hey, you know what? Captain Kangaroo landed you, and you're good to go. So it is what it is.
Kangaroo.
What I tell you about putting my business out in the streets, Sergio? You've never been on any of my flights, man. How do you know?
I'm just saying. I mean, it's like that.
Why are you bringing up? Oh man, I
You
bring you on here like a brotherly love, and this is what I get.
I got a question about that now. So after this
now
is
you got a question about my landings too?
I just gotta ask because me personally, pre-COVID, whether it was autopilot or the pilot's landing, I don't know. I've experienced some rough landings. I'm not gonna lie, but I experienced more smooth landings than anything before. And as soon as COVID hit, well, thank you. See, but the main question is, if the plane is empty, do you land it differently? Because once COVID hit and I was going back and forth, I noticed a lot of, whoa, okay, all right, cool. I'm alive. Is there a difference? Do you feel anything different? And
so were you doing some cargo flying or there was just empty plane?
It was an empty flight, like a 5-7 that only had maybe 40 people on it.
Oh wow, 57, huh?
Mm-hmm. Would you notice that differently? Like landing that would be different from a full.
Yeah, you're lighter, so weight affects everything. It's a less solid platform. If you're heavier, it feels like in your hands. It feels more solid. It's a more solid control. That doesn't necessarily mean you can land it better, but you can feel it better, right? When it's light, you might. Especially you just like everything else, you create habit patterns. So if you're used to flying a certain and landing roughly within 50,000 pounds or whatever that you're used to landing in, you have this pattern that you do all the time to try to get a good landing. And then when the parameters are outside of that and you're still trying to do those same things,
starting all over again.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. So you gotta prank a couple in until you. I mean, I'm not.
I've always wanted to ask that.
I bet you have.
Hey guys,
horrible landings. We all have them. I think I got all my horrible landings out of the way.
All right, you guys, okay. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had a call coming in.
Uh-oh. Is it important? You got to take it. You got to take it. I understand. But I want you back when you're done.
Look, get back, Jack. Hold up.
You got to come back on. I mean, handle your business, but when you're done, get back on the Zoom call.
I left my other work phone at home.
Pop's coming for you.
Who?
You.
What did I do?
We're watching it.
What was that girl? Like, what did I do? I'm like, what did I do? She goes, nothing. Give me trouble.
Getting into problems in Houston. Oh boy.
I'm just sitting here minding myself. Hey, sweetheart, you want something? My daughter, she's like, ready, father. I was like, I'm sorry.
H-Town does not mess around.
Oh, sir.
So you're out shopping with her now that you got your job back and everything. You getting paid up full. Now she wants to go shopping.
Louis
No, that
Vuitton
girl,
time.
that girl has access to the family credit cards and family business money. So she's okay. So my daughter's the first girl born. There was 10 boys. There was 10 boys born, and then her. So she's my mom's pride and joy.
Una princesa. Oh, forget
Hola,
it.
princesa. Yeah.
Oh,
So yes,
forget
sir.
it.
So she gets pretty much whatever she wants.
She gets a family business credit card to do things.
She's like an elite shopper at Prime at Amazon. Literally an elite, like elite. So like they call her like, oh no, you don't call her. You call me.
They call me, yeah. Like
I went to look for her car today. Buddy of mine has a dealership, so I went over there and I saw she wants a Mercedes like I have, so I'm probably gonna give her one of those.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the
that's-
best. Mine's an old one. Mine's like 1970. It barely runs. I get off the movie, the Trading Places, so I get to drive that sucker around.
That's great.
Oh my
So,
god.
so your daughter just turned 16.
No, she'll be 18 in a couple days, 10 days. So yeah,
Okay. Very good.
so she's always doing whatever she wants to do. Well, not really, but like she'll come to Houston, we'll do whatever, go shopping for the most part, and eat a lot because she's in Charleston. She's not, it's not good for. I don't like her in Charleston. I'd rather be here in Houston.
Oh yeah,
So-
definitely.
So we'll see what's going
Charleston's
on.
an okay town, but it's
It's a cute town, very cute.
It is cute.
Southern town, very cute,
History.
very cute. A lot of
Are you
history.
bringing her to the aviation world?
A what?
Are you bringing her to the
Okay.
aviation world or no?
Oh, not crazy.
What?
No, get away from me.
See, remember how we were talking about earlier? Hey, should I become a pilot? Should I become a mechanic? One side says yes, the other side said no. Yeah,
No.
same
It's okay.
thing.
So it's okay. For us that are already in it, it's a different story. I won't bring my daughter in. No, I won't do that. She's gonna be a doctor like her mom. Her mom's a plastic surgeon. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That makes
Nice.
sense. Do you have her information? I might need some of. No, we'll talk offline. We'll talk. This dad bod ain't cute. This shit ain't. I need to do something.
Right.
Listen,
with
listen. You're in
this.
Orlando. I don't know if I. Hey, dad bods are probably the thing are the new in right now, for what I've been told. So
You know what I told somebody? They said they tried to make it as it was an insult. I said, the dad bod's the new 20s. You don't know what you're talking about. So
dude,
I look sexy. As long as
I
don't
heard
take
the
my
gyms
clothes
are
off.
hurting right now.
Yeah. They are. Well, you know what? They're I think what needed to happen, there's a lot of consolidation happening. And it's not, I'm not saying that. That's just the way the industry is. I was in that industry for a long time. And a lot of places shut down, unfortunately. But because of that, others, started to flourish. So
Yeah. But it's like I said, it's a chain reaction of something. Something may
Yeah.
be bad and something good comes out of it. It's what happens. It's like you merge. It's like mergers. A lot of mergers are going to happen in the industry. And I'm not sure if y'all noticed, a few airlines are going to merge too. It's like, wow.
Oh yeah.
So
they
I'm
have
looking
to.
forward to one merger, just one.
Really? What is there? Something I don't? I don't know anything about.
No, I don't know anything. I'm looking forward to something possibly happening. Possibly.
Possible?
Depends on that
Yeah.
seniority. Depends on that seniority,
Yeah.
I guess. I've already been through one, and that was fun.
It only lasted 8 years.
Oh yeah, forget it.
Right?
You know what? I will say, having been through just the one, there's guys that have been through, guys and girls been through more than that, like a shit ton. I'm relatively new in the
believe me,
game compared to them, so I can't complain. It wasn't as horrible. So what do they say? If everybody either has to be happy or everybody has to be upset, that's how you know you had a good merger. So,
You have to keep it even. You have to get it fair.
There's a few mergers that weren't too happy.
yeah. That so how many have you been through?
Maybe one.
Oh, just the one. Okay.
Just
Okay.
one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I talked to some of these dudes, and they're, you know, and I guess in the pilot in the cockpit, guys in the left seat, they've been through a few, you know, a few furloughs too. I mean,
Man.
they talk like they've been in a bar fight, a few of them, and they just got beat up.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I don't know how I don't know how straightforward pilots are while you guys are working together, but as mechanics, listen, nothing is watered down. Nothing is like it's straightforward with a knife. Just
They're gonna tell you like a brick to the
They're not-
face. They're gonna let you know. Hey,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
and they will sit there and talk about it the whole time. Like, hey, bro, we got this plane to go fix. And they're like, no, listen. They, all right, cool, Dr. Phil. Now I'm listening.
well, they're trying to teach
You know.
you something. They're trying to tell you a little something. You know.
Oh, and like I said, in my year of tech ops, I experienced it. Everything they said was like, oh, so you guys weren't joking. This is how it really goes
It
down.
happened. It
Okay,
happened.
cool.
I like the dynamic here. So we got a flight attendant, we got tech ops, we got a global service, we got some dumb pilot. Man, this is great.
What do you say? What did you say? Kangaroo? What was it?
Captain Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Wow, that's the guy in the left seat. So what do you guys call the guy in the right seat?
I don't know. Go for it. I don't know. Go do this. I don't know. Oh Lordy.
See, are you sure, Jay? Are you sure, John? You want to be a pilot? This is what you got to deal with. This is
What you
Arizona
gotta deal with.
gunning at you.
Listen, I noticed you guys smile way harder
An ice cream?
on
not right now.
payday than us mechanics. So you know that's
Oh,
another
fine.
incentive.
Don't come out here.
Yeah, we do okay. That's for sure. Yeah, that is for sure. I can't complain about that. You getting ice cream for everybody, man?
Like, what's going on?
I want some ice cream.
No,
Hey, you know what? Hey, can you get your daughter to Amazon Prime me some ice cream to
Right.
my address?
Do they do that?
Right?
Yes.
So this is the ice cream that she likes. Watch this.
I'm missing out.
Only one
Hold on,
Whole
where's it at?
Foods
Where's
though.
it at?
I
Where's
got,
it at?
you know, I need
Oh, look,
something.
look. You see it?
What is that?
Wow.
That's called the signature.
What
I can't
is
see
that?
anything.
That looks like art.
Do I have to swipe?
Exactly.
Hold on. Oh, there we
Look
go.
at
Oh wow, that's ice cream.
No, you.
This art?
That's art.
What?
Much
What
art.
is going on?
That's
what she
so
got.
that's ice cream. It's like $10 ice cream. For that little thing. Not $9.75.
Well,
I gotta work.
here's the thing, Serge. When you're buying your daughter a Mercedes, $10 ice cream. I mean, just
Hey,
That's
that's
nothing.
territory.
hey, that's 2 gallons of gas.
Ooh,
Two
wait till you gotta
gallons.
put
What?
wait, you know what? Hey, here's the thing. You know, I have one of those, or had in the past as well, one of those cars, and it's cool to drive until you got to put like brakes on it, and now you're paying 2 stacks for brakes. I'm like, what?
No, the oil
Brakes?
change alone.
Oil
Oil
change,
change
$800.
alone. Exactly. It's like it's expensive. They gotta drop the bottom of the car, dude. It's like, okay, cool. And I
It's
gotta
funny you
reset
guys said
Civic.
that. It's funny
Then
you
have
say
to
that because I have a friend. She's trying to get rid of her Mercedes for that reason. She's like, yeah, you know, I had a friend. He works at a dealership, and I got a Benz for. She got her Benz for a really good price. But she's like, dude, the maintenance on this thing is ridiculous. She's like, I want to give it back. I'm like, hey,
right.
people don't think about that.
They
Oh,
don't.
no.
They don't. It's fun to drive until you need something on it.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is
True.
for sure.
So
Well,
true.
normally during the show we have it's fireside chats with, you know, a drink in hand, a beverage of choice. But I kind of like the fact that we're not doing that on this one because we end up getting.
Hey, Love
it
probably
end
got
up-
something. Love probably got
Love
something
is-
hiding over there.
No, she showed up drunk. It's fine. But normally we
Ain't nothing
we do
unusual, you
that.
know.
Hey, you go the wrong way, Goofy.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Right here. Oh my.
So
Where's my bottle?
That's what?
Where's my bottle?
What bottle?
What?
Oh, I have your bottle. I don't have. I'm outside right now. I can't have your bottle right now with me. But I have her. I got her bottle from Guadalajara. Where I was born in
Which one?
Guadalajara is 45 minutes away. It's called Tequila, where they actually make the
yeah,
tequila.
where they make tequila. Yeah.
And that's where I
Can
used to
you
go
get-
to.
Can you get Clase Azul? Is
Man,
that
you,
the
got-
the one with the
you
pretty
get
bottle?
you can get Casa Azul. You can get Mi Familia. Mi Familia is better than Casa Azul.
I love Mi Familia.
Yeah, that is a great. It is great tequila. It doesn't
And
have
that's
as
actually
pretty a bottle though.
that's actually that's a family of Jose Cuervo. It's Mi Familia and then Jose Cuervo. Yep,
Oh, I
they're
didn't know that.
distilleries. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
the
then-
one I was drinking. Do you remember I had a bottle and I was drinking that on the beaches, our first Furlough Friday? I was like,
Oh,
Furlough.
that's right. The first one that you were on. That's right. That's
But
what
you
you
were
were
on the
drinking.
beach on Furlough Friday? What?
Oh, don't
Hold
even.
up.
Yeah. Man, you know what? Rewind. Go back to like. Were you on Furlough Friday 3 or 4?
7.
Mhm.
Was it 7?
And it's now what, 35? What is this?
30. This is 36. Yeah.
Cameras is
She's-
closed. Thank you, Jesus.
We're trying to interview her, and she's like, "Oh, excuse me." Yeah, and talking to the waiter or something. And there's like the breeze in the background. She's in a cabana. the
Making you
beach.
just feel like so you're just like, oh, excuse me.
Bathing suit on. Hold on. It's like, what are
I'm
you guys saying?
intruding. I can't hear you over the waves crashing over the
See,
beach.
you talking
What?
about me and my
Hey,
Japanese flowers in the back? Like what?
Is it the wave crashing or her crashing on the floor? What are the other?
Oh, you know what? I like Serge. I like Sergio. So wait, so you've known Love for quite some time. There's probably some stories there you can probably tell.
No.
Me?
I got no stories. All
No, see.
I say is what I see. No.
No.
Have you ever flown with Love?
What was that? Look at
Have
that.
you ever flown with Love?
No, I've driven
Oh,
her
okay.
around with on my cart, on my golf cart.
Running over maintenance folks?
Yeah,
No, she'll tell you.
it
I
didn't
drive-
happen
I drive-
apparently.
she'll tell you I drive pretty fast.
Guys, it's the funniest thing on earth in life. You go through Houston Airport, he drives like 50 miles per hour, and he literally honks the horn, get out the way, but he's going so fast that they're like, what?
Hey, I can tell you, if you feel the wind, you didn't get hit.
You didn't get hit.
But this
I
is,
got bruised by the wind one time. Does that count?
but this is
You must have been going down somewhere.
yeah. Oh, and you know no, that's not the best part. I was saying the best part was everyone knows who he is. No. The best part is he'll pass by a coffee shop, grab a coffee, and just keep on going. I'm like, what kind of stuff?
It's like a pit stop. It's like Formula One at the airport. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Oh my god. So Sergio, did you know? Are you a lover of music?
Yes.
Did you
Oh, here
know
we go.
that they don't put
Hot seat.
go on, that
Cumbia.
they don't play records anymore, right?
Records?
So, yeah, they don't do vinyl.
They
Where?
don't play cumbia on vinyl. Like,
Cumbia and vinyl.
Hey, love, step away from the bottle. Step away from the bottle. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, she's over there she's over there mixing with her hands. Like, hold up, get back.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, we have a resident DJ on the panel tonight, and I'm just shocked to hear that it just
So-
doesn't exist anymore.
I'll
So-
tell you something that'll make you feel a lot better, after I say this. So I DJ with this crew group. It's called Vibe. They're called Vibe Society, and it's a bunch of other DJs, and it's ran by two of the closest people that I have in Orlando. And they put on a lot of events, and they have this event
Okay.
called Vinyl and Vinyl. So Vinyl and Vinyl is it's old school music and it's records.
Where?
So downtown, you know where Ember is?
Of course, I know where Ember is.
See, they do it maybe
I was
once
there.
or twice.
I used to go to Ember before it was Ember. It was something else. It was a whole different.
Oh, okay. It's a lot better now.
Vino and vinyl.
Vino and Vinyl.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. What day do they have it?
So the thing about those events is it rotates. So the only thing
Oh, is it
that's
like a
steady
pop-up?
every I wouldn't say a pop-up because like I said, it just rotates. So it's a pop-up as far as you don't know what's coming up for the next week, but something is going on there that month.
Very nice.
So we have something
Yeah, I
called
came
Wine
up
Down
with,
Wednesday.
yeah, I remember Wine Down. I was gonna say I remember Wine Down. They still have that?
Yeah, they still have it. It's actually going on right now. I wish I was there, but gotta
I
pay
was
the
gonna
bills.
say, what am I doing on a podcast? We're gonna have to cut this short. No, well, it used to be so guys, it used to be at a place called Kella, right? It's not there anymore. Downtown.
What, wind down or
Yeah,
Ember?
the wind down. So they have
Um,
wind down and Ember now. Is that? So we're
Yeah,
getting the
wind down
scoop
is
of
Ember.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was looking for it. I couldn't find the damn
There you
thing.
go.
I'm too old to go
Vino?
anyway. They just make fun of me.
Okay.
Vinyl and vinyl. They
That's dope.
you,
Okay. So
you'd
I
enjoy that.
I came up with DJ Chino, if he's still around down in Orlando. And doing good. Really cool. He was
Chino.
ended up on one of the radio shows or something like that. You probably don't know him
Okay.
because he's old and retired, but yeah.
I'm not that young. I mean, I am, but
Yeah, hold on. Not that young. Born in the 80s, you're young. It's fine. You're like late 80s at that. Come on.
Hey guys, so look where I'm at. See what behind me?
Oh
Somebody
yeah.
know this place.
Is that high end?
I love
Yes,
Toulouse.
it is. What is that?
high?
Love, what is that?
Toulouse. I love Toulouse.
Toulouse. Toulouse.
Is it Toulouse?
Yeah, it's called Toulouse.
Is that where you're taking your lovely daughter to eat?
It's in the River Oaks. It's called River Oaks District here where we live at.
Okay.
It's like the high end part of Houston.
Really? Is that your daughter there? She's an angel.
That's
Hi,
my monkey.
daughter. Hey, he said that he's gonna. Hi, Daddy said he was gonna buy you a Honda Civic. You okay with that?
Honda Civic.
You're trying to get him killed. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She just asked me for an expensive purse just like now.
She got the car.
Daddy,
Just
can
put
I
it
get a
on there.
Louis V?
Hey, I'm glad Sam's gives out bags so you can carry your stuff out.
That's gonna be her tote.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I think I've laughed more on this one in quite some time. Pretty good.
Is it normally more
People laughing.
serious and
No, they're not serious, but they can get that way. But laughter is good. It's the medicine.
yeah.
Are
Was it laughter is good for the heart or something like that?
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Are
What'd you
you-
say, love?
You're not drinking.
Me?
Ooh. Oh, which
Who
one?
you pointing at? You know we don't know who you're pointing at, right?
Like, really?
She's throwing shade at everybody.
Who's all drinking here? You can't drink, John, because
John's got shit to do in the morning, and Serge has got his
A
daughter.
couple hours.
He probably needs to drink. I know I would. And,
you're drinking.
Ooh, me? Me? I'm
You're
not yet.
yeah. See, I'm about to catch the last hour of Wind Down Wednesday. It's right down here.
Hey,
I'm saying.
So I'm off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, I'm off Monday, Tuesday, but I took off Wednesday to be with my daughter, not realizing that she's going to spend time with her cousins. So I just took a day off for no reason. So I'm going to work tomorrow morning and pick her up after work. So.
Oh yeah, good.
Wait,
Nice little
why-
vacation there.
Isn't it amazing how? And I had this conversation with a friend of mine. How daughters, specifically daughters and their fathers, how daughters tend to break our hearts at least once a week. At least once a week.
Oh no, this one's like twice a week.
Right?
I'm telling you. So
He's listening.
So I called my daughter Bonnie. Y'all know who Bonnie is?
From
Bonnie
and
and Clyde or
There you go.
okay.
So she tells me, she says, "Dad, can you unlock my card?" So okay, cool. She went trigger happy on that card. Zoom, 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 zoom. How much was it, sweetheart? How much was it? How much did you spend in 30 seconds? $194.
What?
Why?
Was
194.
Was that on one thing or multiple things? Because I think that's the
Multiple
biggest
things.
factor.
So I asked her mom, I said, hey, I called her a human. I said, where's the human at? Oh, she should be at the park with her friends. I said, cool. So then she texts me, she goes, oh, Dad, I'm at the arcade. Can I unlock my card? Cool. Or unlock that card. I kid you not, within 5-10 minutes, it went down to 194. Like, hold up. I said, hey, where's the human? I text my ex. I said, hey, where's the human at? I don't know. I said, so I shot her a screenshot of what she spent. She goes, hold on, let me get a hold of her. Let me see what kind of jet she bought.
Wow.
She said, I said, hey, you want to share a corner with me? She goes, yeah. She goes, I sing, you dance, and no, she can play the flute for us. I said,
You got to do something to fund these expenditures.
oh my god. So
What is
yeah,
it with these girls? Daughters are incredible, man. They don't.
the most
I was
beautiful
having
thing.
that conversation with a
That's the
buddy of
most
mine.
beautiful thing. Beautiful thing ever.
Oh, they are.
Hold on real quick.
They are.
I think you're scaring love. She's like, oh, I gotta
Oh yeah.
put some
It's
aside
definitely
when she gets older.
I'm on a
Sweet right
I
now.
told her.
Like that.
Yes. Huh?
$200, mommy. I'll pay for it. I'm like, no, get it.
Love, remember that time you told me you guys went out to eat and she asked for like filet mignon or something or mignon?
Oh yeah.
All the
Yeah,
time.
I was like, I can't even pronounce that. What do you mean? Like she asked for that? She's like, yeah. I'm like,
Well, I guess I'm
okay.
not ordering it. I guess we're gonna be
Yeah.
splitting it. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
No, my daughter did the same thing when she was like 6 or something like that. She ordered the prime rib.
Wow.
I was like, what?
I
And
don't think I've
here's the
even
thing,
had
like
prime rib
somebody,
before. Like,
I had it once in my life, right? And it wasn't. It was my buddy taking us out to dinner, and of course, you know, he's like, "Oh, young, you know, love, what would you like?" And she goes, I'll take the prime rib." I'm like, I- yeah, you know, in the
excuse me?
Latin came out, like the hand went like this. Like, oh, sorry, you know, what did you say? Oh, you're hungry. Got it. No. And he's like, no, it's okay, it's okay. I'm like, you know, you got to let people put blessings out there when they want to. So I didn't argue. I was like, oh, okay, man.
Still in the back of your head, you're like,
You about to eat this whole damn 13-ounce primer.
well, that's like this one day. I do a lot of marketing for restaurants, and when she does marketing, when I do marketing for restaurants, I'm like, go buy everything on the menu, order everything on the menu.
Oh,
Whatever.
that's where she gets it from.
The one time,
I was gonna say she didn't tell me that part.
one restaurant, we went to the same restaurant the next day, and everyone's looking at menus, and she's like, I know what I want. I was like,
Oh boy.
what do you want? She goes, I'll take the ribeye and a mocktail. I was like, what the
A what?
A mocktail. Oh, she already knows.
I'm sorry. Can you tell me what a mocktail is? Because I haven't eaten enough food yet to.
It's a cocktail that's not a real without the alcohol.
right.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Still the same price.
Milk. So must have been milk or something.
It's a
I need to get out more.
the rum. It's the my
Yeah.
time without the rum. It's the
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh,
Without
like a virgin style.
It's a virgin, correct?
Yeah.
Virgin, whatever.
She's like, okay, well, I'll order it. I was like, okay.
Oh,
We're splitting.
wow. That's deep. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was having that conversation with a buddy of mine and his kid. His daughter was like 16 and raw out there. And this is a quick story. And so I was telling her because he was going to order for her, and she was like, "No, Dad, I'll get this other thing." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And you kind of seen his face. I was like, "Ah, there it is, got one." And she's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "What you don't realize is that you just broke your father's heart. You don't know how many times in your life, and you're only 16, you've broken this man's heart." She's like, "What are you talking about?" And she looks at her dad, and her dad goes, kind of does. And she's like, "What do you mean?" So I was like, "All right, this is what happened. This is what happened. One day he gets off of work early, right? He gets off of work early so he can get to the supermarket, so he can beat the traffic home, and he gets your favorite ice cream. He's like, I'm gonna kick off early. I'm gonna go treat my little girl to her favorite ice cream. He gets home, he scoops it. He makes sure he gets home before you get home from school. Scoops the ice cream, puts the chocolate that you like on it, puts the fruit. You like sprinkles. Guess what he does? He gets the sprinkles out of the cupboard and sprinkles the shit out of this ice cream. You walk in from school, he's there waiting, just wanting to give this to his pride and joy, his little girl, and who he loves so much. And you walk by and see the ice cream, and like, I don't like that flavor anymore. And kept walking to.
Rough.
So I tell this story. She's like, "What? No." And she looks at her dad, and her dad goes, "That almost happened exactly the way you just said it."
He's like, I didn't get off of work
cream.
early, but it still happened. Yeah, it happened.
Oh, it wasn't ice cream. It was like something else. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh man, you know, she felt bad. She's like, oh, it gives him a hug, and oh my God, I can't. And like, oh yeah, that's what we do. We carry shit and pay for shit. Like that's what dads.
That is true. True, it is.
I bought, so you know, we go to China, so I go and I get my daughter these cool what were they, Converse or something,
COVID
the
disease.
shoes. Yeah,
COVID.
I went to China and brought back COVID. That's what I did. Real nice. You know what? Let's not make light, love.
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
bring her back these Converse, and she goes, "Oh, I don't like those." I'm like, "What?" What do you mean you don't like these? Like nobody's gonna have them. Like
Whoops.
these are the most. Like
What
you
kind
can't
were
get
they?
these anywhere.
What was the difference on them?
I don't even know. They were like these paisley with the flowers, and like you're not getting them in the States. I promise you. You know why? Because that dude just made them. Probably. No,
Hey,
really.
Not too long ago.
You threw him an extra 50 cents. Here you go, my man.
Yeah.
Special.
You know. I mean, I don't know. And she's like, oh no, I just want the white ones. I'm like, what?
The plain white ones?
Everybody has that. She's like, I know, I don't want to stand out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Standing out is good sometimes. It's not always a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know?
well, I know,
Right.
you know how it is. You know, you gotta acquiesce. They don't want to stand out because you know what happens to the nail that sticks out, it gets hammered sometimes. So
Oh yeah.
I understand. I get it. So she got the white ones. I threw her some black ones just to see if that would help. It didn't, but and what happened to the cool ones that I bought?
Hey,
Stop.
hey, you still have them. They don't fit her no more.
Exactly. But they're brand new and they're clean. Ooh, they're clean.
You can use that on your next guild trip. Remember I bought you some shoes?
I'm gonna hang them around my neck. You remember these, baby? Yeah. Or put them in the car. Put them in the car. And
She's gonna
Hang 'em
jump
on
in
the
and be like, "Whoa,
Hey,
what is this?"
Hang them on the rearview mirror of the car.
when she
Oh
comes
my
to the
gosh.
neighborhood, throw them up on like they used to do in the hood.
On the
you know,
wires.
in New York, throw them on the,
Yeah.
the power line.
Right outside the window.
Man.
Oh
Well,
Lord.
guys, hey, guys, we've been doing this for about an hour, a little over an hour. So I know I said I'd keep it to an hour. I know you guys have important things to do, so I don't want to keep you too much. But and especially Sergio, you've been pounding the pavement there in Houston for a little bit.
Right? That's how I stay thin. I gotta be
I love
thin.
it. I love it. I want you to enjoy the time with your little girl, so I won't take up any more of your time. Guys, I appreciate Furlough Friday 36 in the book, so I appreciate you guys coming on. I know it's short notice, and it's
all good,
an
baby.
honor for me. Thank you.
It was definitely
Honors
nice meeting you guys. Looking forward to the future.
Oh, absolutely. You guys are definitely welcome back on the show. There's no doubt about it.
All right, let's do.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Take care now.
All right, as well.
All right, catch you guys later.
Okay. All right.
Are we staying on? Hold on.
What?
Let me see.
Hold on.
I love it. Oops. Where is the damn button? We're out.
That was the worst ever.